All right, y'all, I have a very, very, very special treat for you guys. I've been holding off watching this because I knew I was coming back to make my videos and I wanted to wait to watch it with you guys. I am someone who has read the Mushoku Tensei light novel. I read it in its entirety, so I already know everything that they're going to show in here. So what we're going to do is we'll do two parts of this video. We'll do the non-spoiler, just, reaction, talking about some of the things that I see. The second half of the video is going to be a full breakdown, spoilers. So if you're anime only or are not interested in hearing spoilers, I'll put up a warning for you guys before we get into that stuff. Let me know in the comments if you guys are excited for Mushoku Tensei Season 3. I only watched Mushoku Tensei for the first time, I believe it was last year around this time. Like around June, July of last year, I watched Mushoku Tensei for the first time. To be a part of the hype train coming into a new season is very exciting. They announced that it's coming out in 2026. I'm not sure if it's just going to be one core or two cores, but I do know that we're going to get the entirety of the series because they've already established that before anything. But yeah, let's get straight into this trailer because I've been dying to watch it. Okay. Seems like, I'm assuming that's Rudeus writing in his journal, but we'll get a little bit more into that later on. Oh my god. Kind of wish that I didn't read Mushoku Tensei because I'd be freaking out way more than I am right now. But oh man, it's just so good to see it back. The animation, it kind of looks the same, but it looks more polished, if that makes sense. Oh shit, I'm surprised they showed that. My girl Nanahoshi, I love Nanahoshi. There's the flying, is it called the Flying Fortress? Is that what it was called? But yeah, it's the fortress. Girl Kirishika, Luke, Ghislaine, Ariel. Oh wow, we're getting into this already? That means that, are they going to release two cores in one season? I thought they were only going to do one core, because this should be like a little further on. We'll come back to that. That's a new character. Oh, okay, no, this is definitely going to be a 2-core, because that's kind of crazy they showed that. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's peak. Oh, that's peak. Yeah, this is peak. This is gonna be, maybe the second half is gonna be one of the best, but yeah, this season's gonna be peak. Season 2 is hard to beat though. Season 2 Mushoku was so fucking good. I'm actually not sure what the significance of that was. Is this over? I think there's a little more. Okay. Mushoku Tensei Season 3, baby. Let's go. No. Why'd they show it? Why? Why'd they fucking show it? No. This is like the best fucking part ever. Oh my god, I've been waiting so long to see this actually animated. Oh my god, they changed how she fucking looks too. Oh my god. In the light novel, when they actually show her for the first time in this scene, it's a full color page spread. Her face looks more sharp. Like you could see the age in her face. But I like how they did it in the anime because I've always preferred her face model in the anime, and they kind of kept it the same. I might throw it up on the screen somewhere so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about, but oh man, god, I'm so happy fucking Mushoku is back. But all right, yeah, let's go back. We got to break this down. Spoiler warning, like I said earlier, if you're someone who's anime only, or if you're just not interested in hearing spoilers, we're gonna fully break shit down now. So if that's something you're not interested in, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, all that nice stuff. But we got to get into the nitty gritty. So after Paul's death, I don't recall if Rudeus was doing it before, but I definitely know after Paul's death, like in the beginning of volume 13 onwards, Rudeus kept a journal and he began to, timeline a lot of his events for, you know, children or people just to read it in general afterwards. It's kind of like his little own story. And there's multiple times in the next coming volumes where Rudeus actually takes some time to himself to sit down and write. Now, this part right here is depicting the beginning of volume 13. The beginning of volume 13, from what I recall, is mostly a lot of family time between now Rudeus and his two wives, Roxy and Sylphie, you know, them meshing, how life is basically going now, and also with the introduction of Lucy to the family, because Sylphie gave birth to Lucy at the end of season 2. So from what I recall, that is like going to be like the first half of season 3. Is just going to be a lot of chill vibes, a lot of just family time, a lot of stuff with Norn, with Aisha, with Zenith, and I forgot the mom's name. Is it Lilia? I think it's Lilia. But yeah, that's basically going to be like the beginning of season 3. Now, this is interesting because this is when Rudeus asks for Cliff and Zannaba to help him with the MK armor that he's going to use after the man god kind of tells him to, you know, take on Ortstead, and he needs to build this armor to protect himself. I didn't know it was going to look like that grotesque. Like, we've seen images of the MK armors in the light novel, but nothing like that from what I recall. Persenna and Linia. I don't exactly remember what this scene is right here, but I do know Persenna and Linia are a lot more involved in the next coming volumes. Nanahoshi, of course, is, you know, the only person trying to actually get back to the human world. So as her studies advance, I don't know if there's anything major with Nanahoshi in the first half of season 3, volumes 13 through 15. I don't think so, but, you know, she's still prevalent. And then, of course, I think this is, I don't remember if it's called the Flying Fortress, but I know it's Paragus' fortress. In the anime, they're finally going to explain how Nanahoshi learned about the teleportation system, who she learned it from, which is Paragus, and we're going to meet him and, you know, a bunch of his holy knights and whatever. Now we have Kirishika. I forgot exactly the reason, and honestly, I'm happy I forgot the reason that they are going to Atofe, but they have to return to the Demon Land to learn this. And I think that this is also where, I don't remember if it's, I think it's Cliff. I think this is where Cliff gets his eye and he's able to like itemize things. And then we have Luke, which this is interesting that they're showing this, and I made a little face earlier when we were talking about it, because if I recall, this is when we're having like Ariel's come up. Ariel's come up is post volume 15, because that's 16 and 17 is the lead up to the Ariel War. First core of season 3 should only cover volumes 13 through 15. So if they're showing this already, that's very surprising. And well, one, this is the MK1 armor, which again, nice to see. We have Ghislaine, Ariel, back in the Demon Land. We have Alina, Lise, Cliff, Zannaba, Rudeus. They're all in the Demon Realm. Now we have Rudeus talking with Zannaba and Paragus. Paragus is very fond of Zannaba. They get along, so he brings Zannaba frequently to kind of persuade Paragus to, you know, become in his favor. And now this, if I recall, this is like the ancient library that they go to where the big demon king slime who doesn't bother anyone, but they go to this library because I believe that they're trying to search for the answer that Paragus proposes to Ariel for him to assist her in the allegiance for her upcoming. And if I recall, he asks her like, what makes like a good leader, or what makes like a true leader? It's something around the realms of that question. But again, this is like volume 16 stuff, so I'm very perplexed to why they're showing it now, because there's a lot of other things that happen towards the end, you know, volume 16, 17, and 18 that they aren't showing. Now this is the most important part of the trailer. And it's completely out of context, and you literally wouldn't know this just unless you read it. Now, this is the big Turning Point 4. Turning Point 4 is arguably the most insane turning point in the series. I think it's actually the last turning point. I don't think there was a Turning Point 5. I think this is the end of volume 14, I believe. This is right before him reuniting with Eris. These are basically this is like the glass shit with the rat with Roxy, where she's gonna get the disease and die. But basically, these are just, I think these are like visions or like prophecies of or what's to come if he continues to follow the man god after he talks to his future self. Or, you know, these are some of the things that, you know, the the future self lived through, because we actually do get his journal. We get to read about it. So that's what I think that these things are symbolizing, because they're very vague. Like I said, it's also been like a year since I've read it, so but I'm pretty sure that that is what that is. That is the only thing I can think of. We have a Tophe, which is one of the couple of demon kings, similar to like Badi Gadi. I forgot who she's married to. She's married to someone important. I just fucking forgot who it was. But then there's this asshole, I forgot his name, but he's like her right hand man. He's like some type of spellcaster or a mage, and he's like a pain in the fucking ass for Rudis and is giving him so much problems. But Atofe is, you know, going to be the main part of volume 14, I believe. Now, this is very interesting that they're showing this, because this is Auber. Auber is one of the, I forgot what style he uses, but he's basically against Ariel in the Ariel War in volume 17, and I believe Eris goes up against him as well. This scene is from the battlefield in volume 17. So like I said earlier, they have to be showing a mix of core 1 and core 2, because there's no way they're going to go through volumes 13 through 17 and 13 episodes. That's fucking ridiculous. And then this is the water style, the water god Rhea, which this could be one of two scenes, because I'm pretty sure Eris meets the water god Rhea, and also she's intricate part of volume 17 and 18 in the war. But I'm assuming that this is the scene in the war, because we have Auber here too, so it wouldn't make sense if that's what that was. Then, you know, arguably one of the greatest scenes in the series, we have Orsted versus Rudis. This is gonna be absolutely fucking madness of an episode. I'm probably gonna break every fucking window in my house when this comes out. Now we have Paragus and all of his knights. I don't remember if there is a image in the light novel that depicts every single one of these knights. I know we've seen a couple of them. We have the main one in the back, I forgot his name. We've seen some of these characters before. There's actually one of the I believe it's this gentleman right here. He actually comes when Turning Point 1 happens, and they have that big ass like space rift in season 1. So we've already seen one of them, but I don't know if we've seen a depiction of every single one of them before. And then, of course, we have Paragus. Now, this scene, I'm not exactly sure what this is depicting right here. I don't remember. Rudis is implementing electricity into a book. Maybe it's just to keep people out. That could be what that is. I don't really remember. I don't know why they fucking showed this, because this scene, it's so fucking peak. It's so fucking peak. In the light novel, this is one of my favorite scenes ever, but that's because I'm like the biggest Eris simp ever. If you guys don't know, Eris is, you know, of course coming back. Basically a lot of the stuff from 13 through 15 is basically her comeback story, because from volumes 7 through 12 there's literally not a single mention of Eris ever. It's just, she's just not involved in the story. After Paul's death, we finally get to see what she's been up to, and she's been going through non-stop constant training with the sword god, and she's became a sword king at this point. I believe they call her the Berserker King, because she's like fucking insane. She's finally ready to face Rudis. I think Rudis sends her a letter, and then she's, you know, ready to confront him, and she goes back to the house, and she finds, I don't remember if it's both Roxy and Sylphie, but I know for a fact Sylphie's there, and she completely goes berserk on them. Like, what the fuck? You guys let Rudis go off by himself to fight Orsted? Like, you guys don't know. And because she was there during Turning Point 2 when Orsted like literally annihilated them. So she knows how insane Orsted is. And she went berserk on them, and she literally comes to save the day right before Orsted impales Rudis. And then we get one of the craziest fights in the series, Eris versus Orsted. So yeah, it's gonna be fucking peak. And I'm super mad that they showed this, because obviously everyone knew that Eris is coming back, but like when this scene happens, it's super surprising and it's like fucking crazy. So, but I'm happy to see it, because I've been waiting to see this scene for fucking ever. But yeah, that's basically it. Mushoku Tensei is coming out in 2026. We're gonna end here on one of my favorite characters, Eris. Let me know in the comments if you guys are excited for Mushoku Tensei Season 3. When it comes out, we're going to be doing full reactions to it and breakdowns at the end, so we could talk about it more. I'm very excited. We'll be watching it as soon as it comes out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.